Thought it was a great performance, even the last, whatever, 3+ minutes of the game. Told our guys I'm real proud of them. And I know it's a long season, but oftentimes you have to celebrate these type of moments because they don't come often. We have a program that beat 3 top 10 teams in the country. That says a lot about your program. It says a lot about your personnel, your staff, your players, the organization, and the time, the commitment, all those things, man. So you can't overlook the fact that hard-fought game against a great team program. A team, no doubt in my mind, if healthy, have every shot to win it all because they can score it, they can handle it, they can drive the ball, they can shoot it, have skill, experience, great coaching. Again, I'm really happy for our guys, man. It's a great win.
Okay, we'll go to questions. Natalie Jones, first up.
Hey, Coach, you kind of said what I was going to say here, 3 wins over top 10 teams. You said it says a lot about your program, but to you, what does it say?
Oh, man, just, for me, again, this is hard. Coaching is hard, and I'm grateful. So I mean hard from the standpoint of making sure everybody's all on the same page, making sure there's one common goal, making sure that we have, accountability in the right way. We're able to tell the truth to each other in a respectful manner. To have gratitude, to be appreciative of what we have. Have compassion for your teammates when things aren't going well, because you got guys that work extremely hard and they don't play. So have compassion and respect for that. And you got to have a love for your teammates, not just your players, but the staff, because the staff put a lot of time into this, watching film, numerous amounts of hours to get to this point. So for me, it's just a part of my job. This is what I'm supposed to do. But it's not the only thing for me, not just winning games. I want to make sure and see our young men through that they can have successful lives, successful careers on and off the court. And that's not easy because everybody doesn't play. Again, grateful, happy for our guys, but for me, it's the next day, and I'll do everything in my power to try to celebrate today and not watch any film outside of what's on TV and relax. And then I'll go to my daughter's volleyball game in Kansas City tomorrow, and then we go from there.
Colin O'Brien.
Cuonzo, what happened on offense there down the last 6 minutes? Just so like you're settling for jump shots and not getting to the rim so much?
Well, that was easy. I think that was easy. I don't think Jeremiah was as assertive in posting because of the doubles and all those things. And like I told him, I said, man, just that goes with the territory. When you're an elite level, low post guy, that physical, they're not going to allow you to beat them. They're going to make other people beat it. So he has to stay aggressive, stay assertive, take the double team, whatever happens, find open guys. And I thought what happened, he settled in being aggressive in posting because of that. And I thought our guys settled because they looked at the score instead of finishing the game on the floor. And you can't do that with this level of team, with the way they drive the ball and make plays, and that just showed you that. But again, on the flip side, tremendous execution defensively down the stretch in those last several possessions.
Ben Frederickson.
Hey, Zo, congrats.
Thank you.
Curious about the game plan, because it would have been maybe thought of that you guys would try to slow this down and maybe try to compete with their three-point shooting, but you guys played your best when you were doing the opposite of that. Was that your plan going in, and how did you decide to attack them in that way?
No question. We never had any doubt in our mind to make it a slow-paced game. That's not who we are anymore. We want to speed this game. We want to play basketball. Part of it, I think me slowing the guys down just a little bit, because I thought we got excited in some areas instead of keeping our foot on the pedal. I thought we got excited, not aggressive. Then they turned the heat up, and then we became passive. So I have more to blame for that than the players. So I got to be better in that area. But no, we had no intentions of walking the ball up the court. We wanted to make this a fast-paced game and be aggressive and be physical.
Follow up, if I could. What about that? Just the block by Mitchell Smith. Your thoughts on that play?
Well, I think the impressive thing about that play, the guys were sound, they were locked and loaded, they were keen on their assignment. I thought Drew did a great job of jumping to force the subtle shot fake, and then Mitch came behind and made a play. So Drew did a great job of jumping straight up. So he had to go against that. And then once he shot faked enough, Mitch made a play on it. But more importantly, even that, X did a good job of being around the ball. We had 5 guys around the ball. And that's not an easy thing to do with a team that shoots the ball as well as they shoot it.
Eric Blum.
Cuonzo, a follow-up on Mitch. Obviously, that was a big moment for him, but just can you explain what exactly he means to your team, and just what could this moment do for his confidence moving forward?
Well, I'm hopeful that a man, as a senior in the program, doesn't lose confidence, because I'm not the type of guy to try to take your confidence, and he knows what he brings to our team. But the Mitch in the last 2 games, that's the Mitch we're accustomed to seeing. And like I said to you guys before, Mitch is like that American Express card. You can't leave home without it. Now, he hadn't been that lately, so my balance was overdue, But the last couple games, he's been that American Express card. He's done a great job. That's the old Mitch we used to seeing.
Mason?
Hey, Coach. So it looked like the team was really getting into the passing lane with deflecting or intercepting balls. Was that a focus that you wanted to instill, especially with Alabama being as good as they are at perimeter shooting?
Well, again, you're talking about, again, in my opinion, they're not a good team, they're a great team. But I think we're a really good team. So now we were not going to play a passive game where we sitting back and allow those guys to move. You allow them to move the ball around, dribble, penetrate, then they would have had 85 points on you. You can't allow that to happen. You got to be assertive. You got to be aggressive. You got to get in the ball and force those guys to make one-on-one plays the whole night. And you'll give up something because that's what you do when you're playing against talented teams. You have to give up something. But the goal is not allow that ball just to swing around it, and they just throwing darts at the rim.
Joel?
Hey, Coach, that meltdown was kind of similar to what happened down there at Mississippi State earlier in the year. Did you ever get that feeling at one point? And what growth does it show that this time you guys were able to close it out?
Again, just the maturity of a team to stay locked in. What makes me proud more than anything, obviously those are huge free throws by X, but I wasn't shocked at all with the free throws X shot. But I think what makes me proud to get those stops, those last couple possessions, to get the real settle down, buckle down, and get stops, and we did that. So that speaks volumes about our guys, the growth of our guys, and they believe. They believe. Again, it's tough. You're playing against a good team, but just those 2 stops were impressive.
Mitchell 40?
Cuonzo, speaking of getting stops, Alabama shot 11 of 23 on layups. I guess just throughout the game, what did you all feel like you did so well to keep them from finishing at the rim?
Well, we just talk about put your chest on the ball. Put your chest on the ball, don't swipe down, and jump high. Jump high, because, again, I think they're great at when they dribble, penetrate, you help, they find guys for 3. If that's the case, you got to chest to chest, make that drive hard, show your hands, jump high, make them guys go over the top of you all night long. And I thought our guys did not an average job, but an exceptional job of doing that. And that's not an easy thing to do when you have guys that can make plays off the dribble and shoot the ball. That's a hard thing to defend.
Dave Matter?
Hey, Cuonzo, I know you don't get consumed with who's scoring the points, but a week ago, Tillman and X combined for almost 70 points. And today, they're just not as major factors. Again, does that just kind of point to the balance of this team? You never quite know who it is that's going to step up and be that guy for you?
I think so. Without question, they could really care less who scores the ball, who does that. It's basketball. We take advantage of situations. We're in attack mode. We're aggressive. It's good to see Mark Smith aggressive out there, looking at the rim. He was 1 for 8 from 3, but he was aggressive, and you need that. It was a game where Javon couldn't go, so you're talking about a toughness guy that you don't have in a game like this. That's not easy. Next guy just stepped up.
Gabe?
Cuonzo, what was the defensive approach on the last Alabama shot? Did you consider fouling and then talk about not guarding the
We were up 3? No, not at all. We didn't consider fouling. We were going to sit down and play defense and make it tough. Everything over the top. And there's certain things we talk about where what we're giving up. We give up a layup and take our chances of taking the ball out with 2 seconds left. But we're not giving up clean threes. No.
Swoochie?
I guess what was working so well in the paint for you guys on the offense? It seemed like you guys are getting good looks, even when maybe Jeremiah wasn't, getting as many touches.
Driving the ball, just being aggressive. Driving the ball, playing off instincts. And again, once you turn the corner, if Jeremiah's in the game, it's very hard for them to step up and help with most teams because they know he's a low post scorer and he's a great rebounder. So now our guys, we talk about all the time, focus on your target when you turn the corner at the rim, because in most cases, if you're looking at the glass and trying to make the shot or dunk in the basketball, you have a great shot at getting it, because most teams are not going to leave Jeremiah to help off because they know we throw the lob pass and all that. So our guys, we spend a lot of time on turning the corner, finishing at the rim.
Jack Sobel?
Cuonzo, Mark Smith exited the game for a sub in the first half, and he got a standing ovation from the crowd. What did you touched on this a bit? What did you see from him in the first half, and how can you get that out of him going forward?
I think you can get it out. I think, again, he's at, in my opinion, he's at, even though he's 1 for 8, I thought he played a good game. He had 5 steals. I thought he was aggressive. When he was struggling, I don't think he was defending at the level. And I thought he did a great job defending today. So I don't think he was defending at the level. And I thought he was consumed with his shot, not falling. Not that I want shots and need shots, but his shot wasn't falling. I think that took precedent over all the other stuff that made him a good basketball player. And I thought today you saw it on defense, driving the ball, shooting his 3, getting steals, being physical. That's the Mark Smith we know.
We have time for a couple more. We're going to go Joe Waljesper.
Cuonzo, in some of the later timeouts as the lead was slipping away, what messages were you giving in those timeouts?
It's maintain your composure. Oftentimes it's whatever taking place at that current time. Reel yourself back in. And this is one of those deals, you play a lot of different teams, but this is one of those teams where they have 5 guys on the floor that are weapons. Can dribble, pass it, shoot it. And then the one that probably doesn't shoot a lot, Herb Jones, is probably the best at making plays for other guys. And it makes it very hard because we had Mitch on him down the stretch. That was one of the main reasons why we took Tillman out. We just felt like that matchup wouldn't work because Mitch can defend that. And that's not easy. Just really whatever it is, composure. But I thought our guys got a little tight and just, instead of finishing the game. And I thought we settled when we missed shots. I thought we hung around the rim a little bit instead of sprint back on defense like we did in the first half. And all of a sudden, they got their heads up, different ball game.
We're going to go last 2 questions for Coach. Mitchell?
Cuonzo, I know the other day you kind of joked that your team had been lucky in that it just kept finding ways to win close games. But do you feel like, there's something to the fact that their confidence builds that they can win in those situations the more it happens?
I don't think they've ever gone into a game thinking that they might lose the game. I don't think that's ever the case. It's just every game presents something differently. Next game, some Ole Miss, I hadn't seen a lot of them, but I know they 1-3-1 play zone. So everybody they play extremely hard. So everybody presents something differently. So we've never gone into the game thinking that is just, playing the way we play, understanding this is how we win basketball games. And the great thing about our team, it doesn't matter who gets the shots. So now, however you think you defend it, okay, we're going to stop Jeremiah. Other guys are making plays. You allow Jeremiah to go one-on-one, then you're talking 20, 30 points a night. So just we have to defend, rebound, play hard all the time, and then offense, we have to share the ball. We do those things, we give ourselves a chance against anybody.
Last one for Coach, for Colin.
Cuonzo, you mentioned the steals a little bit. Just do you feel like you caught Alabama off guard with the defensive intensity and those 11 steals tonight?
No, I mean, Alabama, that's a great program. We're in the same league. They know we're just as good a defensive team as they are. So no, I don't think that's the case at all.
Coach, congrats.